So you want to solo flawless the Grasp of Avarice dungeon? Well, you came to the right place. We're going to get right into it. So go ahead, hop on over to the Warlock class. You're going to want to run a Nova Bomb for most of this dungeon because there's this thing called Devour, and it's going to keep you alive, and that is the key to all of this. Also, side note, if you do happen to have the Nothing Manacle gauntlets, these are clutch. So these are going to actually give you a second scatter grenade, which will make it where you can consume an extra grenade, get Devour more often, and that is going to be essential to staying alive. So jump on into the dungeon. You're going to run on over to the loot cave, and you're going to see all of these enemies. Take out the hive. They're going to be dropping all of the engrams as you see here. Pick up the engrams and you're going to go charge them or discharge them on the crystals. There's also a shank over to the right. That dude's a sniper. He will freaking mess you up. So I highly recommend that you take him out sooner rather than later. Also be sure that you're proccing Devour as soon as possible in this situation because you want to be getting health back as often as you can. Also, throughout the duration of this, I am going to assume you already know how to do the dungeon, so if I skip over some things, I'm just skipping over the stuff that you do not need to know. This is the essentials. So, after you have finished that first section, you are going to drop down, and there's going to be a Shrieker. So that Shrieker, honestly, just take that thing out as soon as you can. If you are using like the sleeper simulant or an auto rifle or whatever, use that to take it out as soon as you can, then keep running along the side. There's going to be some acolytes, take them out, and then you're going to see a bunch of knights and more acolytes. So go ahead, you can run across, take those dudes out, be sure you're proccing Devour so you don't get wrecked. Keep running along, and you are going to go down to the first little jump puzzle area. So once you've reached here, you're going to notice there are quite a few doors. Go to the door on the left. If you go to the door on the right, you might as well pause the video. You're going to restart the freaking dungeon, and I'll meet you back here. Alright, now that you have picked the door on the left, you're going to see there's a plate there. I want you to go in through the door, go to the right, and you're going to jump on top of those desks. Desk, table, whatever you want to call it. You're going to walk across there. You're going to get that lever. Walk back around, and then you're going to go through the door that you have opened. Pro tip, if you want to make sure or ensure that you're not going to die at this section, jump on over to Top Tree Dawnblade so you have Icarus Dash. You're going to jump across. Make sure you keep jumping because those platforms are going to fall out. So once you've made it across that, you're going to actually jump underneath those platforms. That's the lever you need to pull. Again, do not pull the lever that's at the end of the room because that will also kill you. After you picked up that lever that's underneath the dropping platforms, you're going to head back outside and you're going to jump up. You have opened the door that is up in the top area of this room. So jump up to the very top. Once you made it to that section, it's going to be the tunnel, I guess you could call it, on the back right. So jump over there. You're going to go to that little plate, and it's going to open the door above you. So go ahead, switch back to Nova Bomb so you have Devour again. And this section is pretty much the same. You're going to notice here that there is also a few more platforms that will drop out before you reach this new section. So be sure that you are going to freaking just jump across it. Alright, once you made it to this section, open that lever. You're going to have to open all of the different doors. So Devour is clutch here because there's going to be quite a few Thrall and Curse Thrall around. So make sure that you are just staying alive. This is a pretty straightforward, pretty simple area to stay alive in. So I'm going to skip past most of this, but you're just going to follow the steps. I'm assuming you know how to do this already, but proc Devour, stay alive, and I will see you at the end. Alright, so we made it to the end. You're going to see two doors here. Again, if you pull that lever on the left door, you might as well pause the video again, because I will see you after you've restarted. Be sure you open the door in front of you that's on the right side. You open that door, and you are in the next section. So this is pretty much the same thing that we just did. We're going to have to pull levers and open doors, and then we can keep going. So there are some hive wizards around, and they are solar shielded. So if you're running Cartesian coordinate, which you can run a Cartesian coordinate for the entire dungeon, I highly recommend you do so. be sure you're using that to take out these wizards. So you're going to be running along, opening doors like you know how to do. After you've done all that, we're going to skip. You're going to grab this, the cannon, right? The cannon. And we're going to open our first door with it. So you need to charge this thing to max in order to open the door. Once you've done that, you're going to open this door, and welcome to Indiana Jones. You're going to have a freaking boulder, or I guess it's like a big old pipe thing that's going to try to finesse you. Run up it. You're going to go to this little side area so you don't get mick-wrecked on the left. It's the second one on the left. So after you've done that, keep walking forward. And you're going to run into a couple dregs and Randall the Vandal. So if you see this guy, this is just for the Gjallarhorn Catalyst. Do not really worry about them. You can run past them, you can kill them, whatever. So after you've done that, you're going to notice that the entrance is up top. You're going to run through there, and we're going to make it to the first boss encounter. Welcome, congratulations, you have made it to the first boss encounter. This is a monumentous occasion, holy heck. Okay, so now that you have made it there, we are going to switch over to Well of Radiance. Well of Radiance is your best friend right here, okay? This is the loadout. We're running an SMG. I was running Multimac because Multimac is freaking nasty. Cartesian Coordinate and the Sleeper Simulant. I highly recommend running Sleeper Simulant because it got a buff and it now does the most damage in the game. It's freaking nasty. Also, part 2, 100%, you have to essentially run Particle Deconstruction. There's only a couple more months left in this season, but take advantage of Particle Deconstruction while you can. If you have a Void chest piece, I highly recommend you run Void Damage Resistance, 2 of them, because the Ogre shoots Void damage, and he hurts. He hurts so bad, so that helps just a little bit. We also ran High Energy Fire to get extra damage whenever we pick up orbs. Then Radiant Light, of course, and Linear Fusion Rifle targeting with some Fusion Rifle ammo finder. So this is the setup. Well of Radiance, Lunafaction Boots, Sleeper Simulant, Cartesian Coordinate. This is the first challenge of the dungeon, in my opinion. So what we're going to do, we're going to rally, we're going to jump across, and we are going to always rotate counterclockwise, all right? So spawn in. Let's run over to the right side, as you see here. And once you're on the right side, you'll see this tunnel, which is actually so clutch. You are not going to run into anything. The only thing that you're going to have to worry about is the Vandal with the freaking rocket, the Scorch Cannon. So once you've killed him, jump up real quick, pick up the Scorch Cannon. You don't have to necessarily kill those Acolytes, but we're going to have to do the same thing we just did. We're going to charge up this door, and this is what we do. You open the door, run across, and I want you to pop a well down underneath the stairs, okay? The reason we pop a well is because once you've picked up 10 of these Ingrams, you're going to get your super back. And so, the key with this is always, always, always kill the knights first. With Particle Deconstruction, it takes 2 bursts from the Cartesian Coordinate to kill a knight, kill the rest of the Acolytes around there, pick up all of the Ingrams ASAP Rocky, and then pick up those Ingrams mega quick. Also, meanwhile, keep this in mind, you gotta pick up the cannon. It's not essential, but if you can pick up the cannon, that is going to help you tenfold, because once you picked it up, it's going to keep it from despawning and respawning more enemies. So, I highly recommend try to at least get 12 of these Burdened by Riches Ingrams. 12 of them. So once you pick those up, pick up the cannon, you're going to sprint over to the crystal that you saw at the beginning. This is where you discharge it, just like the rest of the dungeon. When you pick this stuff up, you're going to have a crap ton of freaking Thrall that chase you. So what you can do is you have enough ammo in the rocket to use that to fight off some of the Thrall. Or you can use your kinetic primary SMG or auto, whatever it is you're using. Take out those Thrall, pick up the cannon again, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go counterclockwise, run around that box, go through the tunnel, and then we're going to shoot the second little thing that we need to shoot with the rocket, I don't know what you call it, to open the next doors. So we have a well again. We're going to charge it, we're going to open the door. After we've opened the door, we're going to sprint through the middle, and we're going to pop a well down again right in the middle of all of these ads. Okay, same thing. We're going to switch to Cartesian coordinate. We're going to kill both of the knights, switch to the SMG, kill the rest of the acolytes, pick up the cannon so it doesn't despawn, and we're going to pick up all of these burdened by riches Ingrams. Some of the acolytes are freaking annoying as heck because they will walk outside. So if you have enough shots left in the cannon, you want to make sure you have one left. You can use those to try and kill some of these acolytes. You're going to throw down your healing grenade right where those acolytes are. Kill them, pick up the healing grenade, and then sprint over to the crystal. Once you're at the crystal, same thing. You're going to end up killing all of these thrall, whatever. After you have discharged all of these burdened by riches on the crystal, you're going to sprint over to this box on the left. Run over to that box, pop down the well, and then you're going to hit him with a Cartesian coordinate shot. After you've done that, switch over to Sleeper Simulant and go to town. Crit shot, crit shot, crit shot. Everything you can. All of your ammo, everything. Full damage phase, everything you got. And by the end of it, you shouldn't have any more heavy, and you can probably get off a couple more Cartesian coordinate shots. After you have done so, rinse and repeat, y'all. It is a 3-phase activity, but the second and third phases are the most difficult because you will not have a well to rely on this second phase. So always, always, always counterclockwise. We go around. We're going to do the exact same thing. Kill all of the dregs and the guy with the rocket. Pick up the rocket. We're going to charge up the door. Open it. This time, rather than going down the stairs, we are going to go towards the knight on the right side, okay? We're going to sprint over there, kill him as fast as you can with your fusion. After you've killed him, drop down a healing grenade, and then we're going to kill the second knight. After you've killed the second knight, it is way easier. If you don't kill the knights, you will die. So, kill those knights, then pick up, or switch to your SMG, kill the acolytes, pick up the cannon so it doesn't decharge. It's a lot of thinking, but you get the hang of it. The longer you do it, you're going to get the hang of it, and you're going to get it down. Once you picked up 10 of those Ingrams, you're going to have your super again, so it's smooth sailing. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to go discharge the Ingrams on the crystal, and then you're going to rotate counterclockwise, open the second door, run in there, pop a well down, kill the knights, blah, blah, blah. You're going to go damage phase number 2, and damage phase number 3 is the exact same. This is a pretty challenging encounter, but if you keep moving, it is so much easier to stay alive. So do not stress yourself out if you have low health, because man, there were some times I get hit once and I'm freaking dead. But if you're resilient and you stick to it, you got this. So we have accomplished the mere impossible. We have defeated the freaking ogre solo flawless. Let's continue. We're gonna make it to the Sparrow Racing League. Once you made it to the Sparrow encounter, I want you to switch from Dawnblade over to Bottom Tree Dawn with Phoenix Dive. Phoenix Dive is really helpful here. Also, if you have Always on Time, the Sparrow from Scourge of the Past, 100% you have to run this because it has a perk where enemies are less aggressive towards you. This is so freaking clutch. So if you have this, definitely run it. If not, I pray for you. I hope for the best that you do not get McWrecked. Okay. So, we've made it to the Sparrow encounter. There are these buttons, just like in Scourge of the Past, that we're going to have to click. So, just follow exactly where I go, and you're going to make it through, okay? The first button's on the right. You're going to hit that one. Just be smooth and steady. The key to this freaking encounter is just to not freak out. You do not have to be mega quick. You just have to be efficient. You just have to get one button. So once you hit the first button, you go past A, go to the right. The next button is going to be right there. You can Sparrow right over it. And then the third button is to the left side. Just keep following where I go. You're going to hit B. After you've hit B, you're going to go through this tunnel thing. Hit that one. And then keep going. You're going to go through the tunnel towards C. Now this section right here, you can slow it down if you want to because the boost can sometimes mess you up. As you see here, I even freaking messed up. So if this happens to you, don't freak. Don't freak, you got this. Keep sparrowing, hit C, and this is a section that I highly recommend you jump off your Sparrow and get a new one, because sometimes if your Sparrow is catching fire, you're gonna die. Alright, so once we made it to that, you're gonna go through the cannon on the left side. Always cannon left side. So hit the cannon on the left. This is where the final button is. You're gonna jump off here, hit that, and then Phoenix dive down to D, and you've done it. GG no re, let's freaking go. Next encounter. Alright, so second to last encounter. All you gotta do is open up this freaking thing. I'm gonna assume you know how to do this. So this is short and sweet. You run around, you kill the freaking servitors, and then you Rocket League them into the middle and open it up. All I'm gonna tell you about this encounter to stay alive is Devour, and if you have Risk Runner. Risk Runner is so clutch for this section. Anyway, once you have defeated everything, done all of this successfully, we have made it to the boss. Oh boy, the boss. This is it, y'all. One encounter to rule them all, and you freaking done it. So, final encounter, same as the freaking ogre. You have got an SMG, or auto, whatever it is you want to use, Cartesian coordinate, sleeper simulant, well of radiance, and your lunafaction boots. So, when you spawn the boss, there are going to be 3 enemies that spawn. The boss, a freaking shank that is the bane of my existence, and then a basically a vandal guy. Alright, so once you have spawned those enemies, wait for that shank to spawn, pop down your well, and kill that shank ASAP. Okay? It's gonna take you like 10 shots from the Cartesian coordinate to kill him. Kill him right now. Right freaking now, because he will ruin your flawless run. Okay? So, you've killed him. After you've killed him, you're gonna jump over to the left or right side, doesn't matter. You're going to kill these ads, blah blah blah, make sure you're picking up ammo, that sort of thing, and then you're gonna kill the dude with the cannon. Once you've picked up the cannon, you're going to charge up that wall, and you're going to drop the crystals. So solo, you need 60 crystals in order to start damage phase. Okay, you can pick up, I found you can pick up like 20 solo. So what you want to do, drop the 10 crystals on the right side, pick them all up, and then you're going to drop down in the middle section. There's going to be a ton of ads, so use your cannon to kill those ads. Drop down a healing nade if you need it. Pick up those 10 other crystals. After you've done so, we're going to go to the middle. This is when it gets dicey. Run into the middle, pop a well immediately. Immediately pop a well, okay? You're going to let those freaking crystals discharge, and now is time you need to kill the Vandal. Kill the Vandal with your Cartesian coordinate, and the Vandal is actually going to drop down 10 more of those Ingrams. If you have a healing grenade, this is when you need to throw it on those Ingrams. Run down, pick up those Ingrams, you're going to get your super back. Make sure you get all 10 so you get your super, and then go back to your well that you already had. Discharge those 10, so at this point you have 30 charged up on the crystals. You just need 30 more. So now we're going to go to the left side. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to kill some ads. We're going to pick up these crystals, jump down like we did in the first section, and we're going to pick up 10 more. Then we're going to go to the middle, and we're not going to pop a well this time. Actually, you could pop a well. You could pop a well if you need it. So pop a well, drop, get rid of those 20. You just need 10 more now. So now we're going to go back to the right. At this point, if you have the cannon still, clutch. If not, get another one. We're going to charge up the wall again, and we're going to get 10 more crystals. Those 10 crystals are going to give you your super. Pick them up, go to the middle, and now is damage phase. You're going to drop down those 10 crystals on it. As soon as damage starts, he's going to teleport in front of you, pop down that well, hit him with one Cartesian coordinate. Same thing. Sleeper Simulant is your friend. Crit shot, crit shot, crit shot. Everything you have, all the damage. So do that. After you have done so, damage phase will last as long as your well is there, basically. So keep an eye out on your well, and yeah, damage phase 1 done. This is a 3 phase, just like the ogre. So, rinse and repeat. This is a freaking stressful encounter, but patience, patience, patience. Patience is key. If you are patient and you maintain your health and just make sure you stay alive, don't risk something, you got this. It's a 3-phase. Don't be afraid to use your Well of Radiance whenever you need it, because you can always get another one from the 10 Ingrams. And you got this. The second and third phase of this final boss can be a little more stressful because of the stupid freaking sniper shank. So if you have an arc chest piece, put on some arc damage resistance, or maybe put on some sniper damage resistance mods. That will help you out with the shank. Other than that, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to go ahead, grab all of the Ingrams, and then go to the middle, pop that well down, and kill the shank right away. You did it, holy crap. I'm freaking shaking for you. Oh my gosh, you just solo flawless the new dungeon. Oh, let's go. So, your trophy for going flawless is this sick emblem, and you also get a shader. So congratulations, never take this emblem off, flex it to your friends. You went solo flawless in the freaking Grasp of Avarice dungeon. If this video helped you out, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know if you've gone flawless or you're attempting to do so. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.